I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for being on the latest episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. This is a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, economic downturns, and many more things I find to be in the same realm of business and creative ventures. Like always, a huge thanks goes to my Patreon supporters. All of you really make this podcast possible. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do episode 177 right now, and likely would have decided to stop doing this podcast a long time ago, but because of you I'm still here, still working on it, and that is amazing. So a big thanks to all and every one of you. Everyone else, please check out my Patreon supporters in the description below and all of their cool ventures. Now this, like I said, is episode 177. It's going to be short and grim, and it's going to be about the sense that I get that the economic downturn that is global and present is going to be much more felt in the coming months, especially once the summer ends. I believe that we're in for a pretty rough ride. Now I know that a lot of people are saying similar things and believing similar things, but I believe that's because the writing is pretty much on the wall. Right now we are seeing a whole range of issues and problems. The winter is over, that's a big plus, but the entire setup of the energy crisis is still here. We saw a bunch of banks go under in the US in a really unpleasant manner a couple of months ago. This same happened to Bank Suisse or Credit Suisse. It got bailed out, but still issues are there. The war in Ukraine, the Russian invasion of Ukraine continues and shows no sign of abating. And we have another war that just broke out in Sudan, where two rival factions of the army are battling it out, and they are pretty open in their view that they're not going to stop until somebody wins. Sudan is a huge country, already had a big problem, big, really bloody conflict with a lot of civilian casualties in Darfur. This is pretty much the same deal, but not that tribal based or religiously based, but it's based basically on the fraction of an army, which is huge, and will include a possibility of a massive conflict in a huge country, which means a lot more refugees, a lot more people looking to avoid getting caught up in the conflict, in the fight, and ending up all over the world, putting a lot more pressure on the economies and so forth. But at the same time, that's the big macro things. I'm seeing a lot of small signs in my ventures. All of them, or most of them, are slowing down, taking a toll. We talked a lot about the rise of AI in the previous couple of months, thanks to ChatGPT. But the bigger issue in my view is the economy and the global insecurities. We're facing a lot of problems taking place at the same time, on top of which is of course climate change, which isn't going anywhere either, and is continuing to be a massive problem that the whole planet is facing. I believe that the summer, like most summers, will be in the summer at least in the northern hemisphere, it'll be the sign of optimism and things kind of slowing down in a good way. But then when the autumn comes, things will continue to slow down in a bad way, and that will be the full economic downturn, recession, likely global, or worse, depression. But we'll see that in not that far of a future. I know that this sounds grim, it doesn't sound optimistic, it sounds pessimistic, but these are the signs that I'm currently seeing. Hopefully things are completely different and I'm proven to be wrong. I would love for that to happen, but for now all of the signs, macro and micro, are showing that things are slowing down and the money is not flowing, and it's going to flow even less in the coming months. So if you can prepare for that, think about options, think about diversification, think about however and whatever you can do to kind of secure yourself, your family, your career, your ventures, businesses, your friends, and anyone who you can help and who you care for. Hopefully we go through this in a elegant and easy manner, but if we don't kind of think of contingency plans, I'm not talking about prepping yourself for the apocalypse or doom, just thinking how you can possibly add a new source of income, how you can secure your present sources of income and stuff like that. Recession will go through, but the idea is to go individually through it with the least amount of damage possible. So there we have it, a warning for me for this end of April. Hopefully it comes through as something that was completely wrong. I would love to see and hear that, but if not, think about your options and that plan B. That's all for me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. This was a short episode. Hopefully we have a perfect, awesome, great May in front of us. Again, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters, and I really appreciate all of them, for all of you, for being here for my channel. If you'd like to support me, you can buy my books on Amazon. You can send me money directly. You can become my Patreon supporter, where I can publish and promote your venture. But easiest and simplest way is to be a subscriber, to become a subscriber on my channel and be here for my new videos. That's all for me. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you in precisely 7 days from now. Until then, bye bye.